Hello and welcome to Nordic Folklore. Today we're going to talk about the Draugr. On the far northern coast, where stone meets sea and wind never fully dies, there are places no one lingers after dusk. The waves are not the reason, something else stands watch there. They call it the Draugr. For the people of the north, the sea was both a giver and a taker. It brought food, trade, and passage to distant lands. It also claimed men without warning. Ships vanished beneath the sudden storms. Sailors were pulled under and never to be seen again. Those who returned did so broken, washed ashore by tides that showed no mercy. The dead were buried quickly, close to land, close to where they had last lived. Stones were piled high. Sometimes iron was placed across the chest, because the living feared that some would not remain still. A Draugr is not a spirit that wanders. It does not drift like smoke or whisper like a dream. It is the body itself that refuses to release its will. Cold, heavy, preserved by hatred and memory. The sagas say that the Draugr keeps its shape, but not its soul. Its strength grows beyond what it knew in life. Its skin darkens, swollen like drowned flesh. Its eyes shine faintly, reflecting no fire. And unlike the dead who sleep, the Draugr remembers. There was once a man named Rolf, a coastal farmer, a former sailor, known for his strength and his temper. Rolf was sworn an oath to guard a stretch of shoreline through the winter nights. He was paid in silver and grain. His duty was simple: watch, warn. One night, the cold cut deeper than usual. He chose warmth and ale over vigilance. Before dawn, a small ship landed unseen. 3 men were killed in their sleep. Rolf denied the blame. He swore no ship had come. No one could prove otherwise. Months later, Rolf grew ill. His body bloated. His breath came slow and wet. When he died, his eyes were open, fixed on the doorway, as if expecting someone to enter. They buried him near the shore he had failed to protect. Soon after, animals began to vanish. Sheep were found crushed, their bones shattered. Dogs refused to approach the burial mound. Fishermen spoke of a figure on the rocks at night, broad, unmoving, facing the sea. when a man was found dead at the water's edge, his neck broken, his face locked in terror. The footprints in the sand were deep, too deep. At last the villagers went to the mound. The stones had shifted. The earth was disturbed from below. They opened the grave. Inside lay Rolf. His body was swollen and dark. His skin stretched tight. His eyes were open, and his mouth curved into something like a smile. The men fled. By morning, the grave was sealed again, as if nothing had been touched. The Draugr did not stray far from its resting place. Such creatures rarely do. It crushed boats dragged too high on shore. It dragged men toward the surf. It stood watch over the coast, guarding in the death as it has failed to do in life. Steel cuts flesh, but it did not fall. Prayers carried no weight. The dead sailor was bound to his failure. The old stories are clear. A Draugr cannot be spared. It must be unmade. At dawn, when night still clung to the land, the men returned. They dragged the body from the grave. It was heavier than any living man, as if the earth itself resisted their effort. They severed its head. They buried the body. They cast the ashes into the sea. Only then did the coast fall silent. A Draugr is not born by death alone. It's born from refusal. Refusal to keep one's word. Refusal to release pride. Refusal to rest. In the old world, honor was not a thought. It was a force that held the living and the dead in place. When it broke, something else remained. Even now, along the northern coast, some say wind turns colder near ancient burial mounds, that the sea grows still, that the dead are listening, and that they remembered. Thank you for listening. Have a good one until next time.